I'm a human, and as humans do, I've had a few crushes in school. You've had a few too, don't lie. But there was this one girl in particular that I had a crush on that I could never forget. One which the universe denied me after setting us up in the most epic premise possible. Theater. So this happened in middle school back when I was an innocent little boy. But believe it or not, this was the height of my game. Why? Because not long after, my parents would make the decision to transfer me to a boys-only high school. Why even go through the trouble? Just jump on my nuts and castrate me now, cause I'm cooked either way. And now they have the audacity to ask me for grandkids. Whatever. But who knows where I would have ended up if I didn't get nerfed. Cause before that, I was rejecting girls left and right. Relax, one at a time, ladies. Who is blood talking to? Yeah, that was a lie. Only one girl has ever confessed to me, and this girl wrote "I love you" on her palm and sprung it up on me during class like some kind of pop quiz. I was ambushed. And I didn't even give her the courtesy of a proper "I'm not interested." I just told her, what? Trachoma. Huh? I'm legally blind. But I've told you this story before. So, there was this one girl in my class, let's call her Alicia. Cause she put a leash on me. Now me and her, we were not the best of friends. In fact, I would say we were rivals, enemies even. We would compete over assignments, grades, we would debate over every little thing. And sometimes she and her little group of girls would corner me in the corridors and bombard me in philosophical debates or something stupid. I don't remember what it was about, but they would press me like What was that? Sometimes I would have nightmares of all the arguments we had. Hey yo, what is this feeling? Do I have a crush on this girl? No way. Her personality is... But why is it making me like her even more? And that's how it all started. You see guys, this is evidence that I'm a gentleman. I like girls for their personality. Specifically, their noisy personality. And so life went on with us bickering at each other and me secretly enjoying it. I had no idea if she was into me at this point, but if she was anything like me, then we could have been locked in right there because I was matching her energy. I think at the same time my grades started slipping because I was too busy thinking about our future. But how do we get to the whole theater situation? Okay, listen, here's a little backstory about our school. We had this event where at the end of each year, all parents and teachers would attend it, and every class would present something on stage, like a play, but it could be anything. A musical, poetry, wrestling. So back to our story, our homeroom teacher suggested that we do a play about Adwa, which is the story of how the Ethiopians defeated the lame Italians and escaped colonialism. And there were two prominent figures in the play, the king Menelik and the queen Taitu. So our teacher started casting, but barely anyone volunteered. Typical middle schooler enthusiasm. But then I see Alicia volunteering for the queen role and she gets chosen. Now listen, I wouldn't say I was a theater kid, but if she was gonna do it, I was gonna do it too. So who's gonna volunteer to be the king? Me. Anyone? I'm right here. Okay, fine, you. Woo, baby, let's go! We're basically married now. It was kind of an impulsive decision on my part, but best believe I had devious intentions going into it still. Like holding hands and hugs and kiss. Yeah, that was another lie. You see, at the time, me and my friends were so innocent that we thought kissing, even on the cheek, was basically wrong. I distinctly remember this one time, I got permission to leave class for the bathroom, and the whole corridor was deserted because everyone was in class. And as I went down the stairwell, I heard these weird noises and I was like, what's that? Is somebody there? And when I got to the bottom of the stairs, I turned the corner and I saw these two kids lipsing it up. It was a little sneaky link in the middle of class, and this stuff was new to me at that time. If this happened now, I would have just backed off and did a little Mission Impossible outside the windows and over the roof or something, just so I don't gotta confront nobody. But back then, I didn't give two squats. I just went, ooh, they kissing, perfect! Instantly, they parted like the Red Sea. I saw their blood drain from their bodies as they scattered out of there. I'm sure I created some core memories for these kids, and I'm proud of it. I don't know if they were actually lipsing it up like that, but they were like this. forehead to forehead. They weren't discussing nothing PG from this distance, that's for sure. Man, I guess the teachers were onto something when they wouldn't let more than one kid go to the bathroom at once. Cause there's kids out here being freaky like this. Yeah, so kissing, for me, unthinkable. Cardinal sin. Forget the other stuff like making babies. I didn't know anything remotely, you know. Like I said, we were so innocent that we thought kids were pooped out or something. I ate a lot today. So innocent, in fact, that one day, me and my bro were in class, and we went down under our desks, pulled out our cocks, and compared the tip of our peepees. Yeah, it's a little out of pocket, I know, but it's a true story. And there was a regular class. There was like 30 boys and girls and a teacher right there. We weren't even at the back or anything. We were on the second row. I don't even think we were sitting next to each other when this happened. There was a whole column separating us. So we went above and beyond for this mission. Don't know why we decided to do it in public though. We could have done it in the bathrooms, but not gonna lie, that would have been kinda gay. You're not the best of friends yet if you've never done this. Why'd I mention this again? Oh yeah, we were very innocent kids for our age. Anyways, I was chosen as the king and her the queen. And this made us just a little closer cause we had to skip recess for rehearsals. She would always immerse herself in the story and be in character. And I was just myself, low-key. I was in the moment cause I had my queen right there. Life was good and I had zero intention of confessing or nothing at this point. So my part in this play was just sitting around for the most part while the chaos occurred until it was time for the war. And this was when I thought about a devious plan. The play starts, the Italians make us sign deceptive contracts, then later we find out about the sneaky articles. My queen rips the contract and that she would have her monologue, and then I had the final monologue before the battle started, and then I confessed my love in front of everybody. That was not part of the script! Yup, that was the plan. Maybe not confess, but improvise a little. And I love you, my queen. You love me too, right? I can't call it a plan since I wasn't planning on doing it, but I just thought about it enough times that I might potentially accidentally do it. I know, it was a long shot that might have ended up with some seriously vivid memories. I knew I could have fumbled in the most diabolical fashion right there. But I was starting to believe that she was into me too at this point. So if all went according to my scenario, I thought we could hold hands or something. But then, as the days for the show approached, I'm replacing you with him. What? Why? Because you're a skinny kid. What? What does that have to do with anything? I couldn't believe what I was hearing. She was like, well, a king needs to be big and strong. Look at you. You're not big or strong. Okay, I need an alpha male for this role. You're not an alpha. You don't got that in you. Why am I getting roasted? Also, you got no wrist. Okay, I get it. Make it stop. I got discriminated because I was skinny. Yep, my life's biggest fumbles always tie back to me being skinny. I don't think our teacher realized that I wasn't going to be the actual king and go to war. He started acting like she was the head priestess looking for the next heir to the kingdom. And there was no incentive to do this at all. We were so close to the actual show. Why risk it? And this kid didn't even volunteer. She was like, I guess you'll do. And basically dragged him out of his chair. Replaced. Just like that. And I liked this teacher as well. She broke my heart. Why is this happening? After all the hours and passion I put into concocting my confession plan, I got cut. I couldn't believe it. My dreams, my crush was stolen from me. Oh yeah, and I'm replacing you as well. Pack it up. Ain't no way. Ain't no way we both got dunked on like this. It was humiliating. I mean, it was less of a gut punch for me now that happened. But she didn't even end there. Not only did we get ejected from our roles, but she wanted us to train these kids so they can learn the lines before the deadline. It was like someone kidnapping your kid and then asking you, yo, can you babysit for me real quick? Who do you? Her audacity was astounding. I didn't hold nothing against these kids though. We were chill. But that day I learned that life wasn't fair. We were used and thrown out like garbage. So I felt I needed to do something to restore our honor. So in the next week or so, I organized my friends and got them to sign petitions and stuff. I was doing some pretty lawyery stuff. I even wrote a letter and everything. Dear teacher, what the I can't believe you would do us like this. And so I put all my documents together, took a deep breath, and before I could give it to her, you can have your roll back. Now listen here, you. What? Yeah, you can have your roll back. I can't read this woman! So the thing was, these kids were having a hard time memorizing the lines because the deadline was so close. It was a disaster. If it was up to her, they would still have the spot, but luck was on my side, it seemed. See, I knew you'd come crawling back to all this! We were in, baby! The plan was back in action! Finally, it was the day of the show, everyone was excited, and check it. On some main character type twist, our class ended up being the closing act, and I was gonna make sure it ended with a bang. So we were in the waiting room getting ready while the other classes were performing. We polished our props like the spears and shields and all that, and everybody got dressed up. Alicia was wearing this blue dress. I was wearing my thing too, dripped out. It felt great, you know, seeing everyone in their robes. It almost felt like we were part of an actual kingdom. The vibes were there, and we were so close to the grand finale. But you know those kids that have ADHD that can't just sit down like a normal person? They be saying stuff like and then demolish your stuff. I do that too sometimes, actually. But yeah, so there was this friend of mine, and he was one of these restless, most senseless, dumbass creatures. So he was holding one of the wooden spear props we had for the show. He casually walked over to me and he broke the spear right on Alicia's face. It was chaos. And she started crying uncontrollably because she just ate a spear with her eye. And as her onstage husband, I went to the rescue. Get out of my way! You okay? You stupid, unemployed bastard! I should have your head right now for pulling this crap! I was not scaring anybody. We've discussed this already. I was clearly not equipped with the most intimidating build. But me and him were still chill afterwards because this ended up being a bonding moment for me and Alicia. It was the closest we ever gotten without creating a chain reaction. You know, you might even say he was my wingman. After a while, her eyes stopped pouring and she was all good. Everybody calmed down. And finally, we were called out. The class before us was on stage, so we needed to line up and wait. And as I stood there, I thought about the legacy I was about to create. It was gonna be a day to remember, for better or for worse. And then the class on stage finished and we started walking to the stage. And I was like, that's where I'm gonna be sitting, that's where I'm gonna fumble, and possibly get jumped by our parents. What's this? Oh sorry, time's up, so we're shutting down. Huh?
And that's the end of the show, ladies and gents. See you next year.
Are you dumb? No way we're gonna take this lying down. We're not leaving till we do this. Right, guys? Wait! Don't give up. We can still... My legacy! Nobody fought for us, man. It was all for nothing. It was sad. I just stood there by myself as the show closed off. I was heartbroken. Nowadays, I look back at this moment and I'm like, hallelujah! Talk about divine intervention. I was gonna embarrass myself out there, man. But the story doesn't end there. The school year was over, so we got our report cards, and I was third in the class. I was okay with it. It was aight, but we've already discussed that my shareholders aren't a big fan of this particular score. But turns out, I wasn't even third. One of Alicia's girls told me that Alicia actually had corrections done for her grade, and so she was now third, and I was moved down to fourth. I was freaking out, but the school had already printed the papers, so as far as the public was concerned, I was third in that class. Unless, of course, Alicia started airing it out. But she didn't. This girl kept the fact that she scored better than me, even though we were ops. I was kind of annoyed, but at the same time, I think I felt pain? No. Love? Is this romantic love? Wait, if she did this, does that mean she loves me too? And I was then swiftly escorted to boys' school. Yup, that's where the story ends. We just drifted apart because I left the school. Anyways, thanks for watching. like and subscribe and share and do all that stuff, you know what I'm saying, comment and yeah. I've been Neil at your service. I wish this ended on a high note, but it's a true story, so womp womp. Do me a favor and watch all my other vids. Thanks. Ciao.